Hello, everybody. Welcome to Promethean Entertainment. I'm Dalton.
And I'm Garrett, the big man, aka the biggest man.
Today, we're going to be talking to you about Modern Warfare 2, which is the sequel to the 2019 reboot of Modern Warfare franchise. This is going to be the first of many videos to come, so I really hope you guys enjoy and follow us along this journey.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Leave a comment if you're feeling ballsy, because today
is a
great day for gaming.
Pound it.
I just want to start by first talking a little bit about ourselves and saying why we're doing this. And I mean, obviously the main reason is because we both absolutely love gaming, and it's always been a huge part of our lives. My life, I know. I mean, I remember being young as hell, and one of the first games I fell in love with was Zelda Ocarina of Time. I can still go back and play that game and just fall in love all over again.
Love games, man. It's a mixed bag for me. Grew up on all kinds of games. Call of Duty was a very big influence as well. Coming home from school, playing COD with the boys.
Couch co-op back in the good old days.
Co-op, but we love games, and to us, it's always all about the game. So we grade our games pretty severely.
Yeah, I mean, the gaming industry today is, in some ways, leagues, ahead of what it was. And then in other ways, still a shadow of its former self, and that's sad to see. It's sad to see all these huge franchises that put out these releases that we're supposed to love and can't wait for and have waited so long for, and then they just ruin it between bullshit microtransactions, just straight up bad writing and bad storytelling, trying to put too many politics in the games, bugs releasing games when they're obviously not ready. I mean, there's a lot of problems in the gaming industry, but I mean, still love to play them, man. Like, I still love games, and I still hold hope.
Absolutely.
But I'm not gonna cut any slack, even if it's a franchise that I love.
So with that, we're gonna start our COD review.
Yep, and this will be focused on the campaign.
Modern Warfare 2.
Check out our other video if you want to see the multiplayer. So, you ready to get started?
Let's get started.
Let's do it. All right, so let's start our first category off talking about the graphics, man. Whether it's the cutscenes and the gameplay.
Graphics were great. I had to tune my system down because I don't have a beef rig like this dude. But
it's not that beefy.
I thought it looked great, even at my settings.
I mean, I haven't seen what it looks like on yours, but I mean, I don't have nothing crazy. I mean, I have a lot of top of the line stuff, but my graphics card is still just a 1080 Ti.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still played on ultra graphics for quite a while, and yeah, man. I mean, the graphics, they did not fall short.
Yeah.
It certainly looks like
and in cutscene. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, the cutscenes are insane. Like,
cutscenes
just the mouth animation, and I do expect that from a Call of Duty game, like a game like this. This isn't a giant open world thing. So I mean, I do expect it, but they did not fall short on my expectations.
No, I think the game looks great. Even in gameplay, it's still very beautiful.
And there's some subtle details that they do that really just set it off. Whether it's getting out of a helicopter and you see your clothes moving.
Yes.
And you go through. It's technically not the first mission, but to me the first real mission. They show off the night vision, and you're turning that on and off. You're going through these dimly lit interiors with fire at night, and it was a fantastic way to show off those graphics.
It looks real.
It looks so good.
Looks real.
I think they really did hit the mark with making it look like a next-gen game, like
Absolutely.
what we should expect from games now. And I think they nailed it.
Sweep through!
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Especially for gameplay. I think they nailed it to the T.
No, it's huge, because I mean, any game can make, with enough money, can make an amazing cutscene. But to actually implement it in your games and it still look just as good, that lighting is on point.
On point, man.
It's clean.
It's wonderful.
I mean, I really don't have too much more to say about it. I think they showcased it all very well, and I think it just hit the mark.
What would you rate the graphics? 1 out of 10.
feel a little weird with it because I mean, again, like I do expect this from a Call of Duty. You know, I
AAA
do
developer,
expect
yeah.
it. Like, so I mean, I hold it to a higher standard than I would if, like, you know, when the next Elder Scrolls. I mean, by this point, when the next Elder Scrolls comes out, but it'll be different.
Yeah.
But you know, just saying, it's not an open world huge game. But I think I would. I'm gonna say like a solid 9.5.
9.5. I'm gonna.
Like, I mean, they were flawless to me.
I'm gonna hit it with a like an 8, a straight 8, flat 8 on graphics for them, and then with that we'll move on to the next category.
All right. So let's go into the second segment we have, and that is going to be gameplay.
Big one.
So let's start with the first thing that both me and you were like, holy shit, and that is sound design. Yeah.
Sound design was great.
Ooh. Like, I wanted to hate this game completely, but they definitely made it hard.
Sound design, man, that shit buttered me up, dog.
It was good.
Every
like, I mean, playing with 3D
launch,
audio with headphones, especially.
Yes, every missile launch.
The guns sounded good.
Chambered round, every footstep. Footsteps are so loud.
Yeah,
they're
very
way
loud.
louder than they were last time. Everything has weight to it.
Everything has weight.
Missiles breaking the sound barrier.
Yep.
It's
Doors
wild.
creaking when you're going to breach.
It's wonderful, dude. It's wonderful.
We can just go ahead and put that out there too. Like, breaching feels so satisfying.
Yes.
So satisfying. I love it. Like, just the slow opening of the doors or the kicking it in. Like, it feels very good. I loved going through those houses, man. Like, it was so good.
Yeah, they did great on designing those breach and clear moments. I really think so.
We hold your soldiers and generals.
So talking about breaching, that leads me to something, and we'll kind of wrap up these two things together. The AI. You had a slightly different experience than I did.
I did. I played one difficulty above you.
And I'm curious. I actually didn't like that up, and that's my fault. But I don't know. Maybe the AI is better on harder difficulties. Like, maybe the AI is legitimately, you know, different. And I hope that's the case.
Yeah, I had some moments where like I was outsmarted, but it was more on like my end for being dumb.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? They never put me in like, you know, like a box out situation. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. But they are accurate, man. They do not miss, bro. They do not miss.
They are accurate. And I mean, I did notice, like, you know, like more flanking. You know, they try to get around you more. Like, I'm not just getting a grenade thrown at me every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the previous, especially if you're at a higher difficulty. Like, but I mean, I didn't mind fighting against them. Like, it was still very fun to me. I was there, you know, I was immersed.
Very.
But then you get into the stealth side of it.
Yeah.
And it just, like, dude, it broke it for me. Like, it totally pulled me out of it because I found myself in some missions just completely cheesing.
Yeah.
Like, I would stay in one bush, drop a guy, his body's here, and then one by one, what's going on? Back in the bush, 2 feet away. What's going on? I was like, I mean, if I got caught, it was hard. Like, if I got caught, it was on, you know, and it was hard, and I died a lot. But then you have moments like that, and it's like, it totally takes me out of it, you know, like.
There was a lot more freedom. You could go stealth. You could go loud. You could do a mix of both, man. It was kind of weird. You know, especially in those stealth moments, previous Call of Duty games, you break stealth. Right. You're expecting the title screen. You failed. Nah, dog. It's on.
Yeah, it's
on. You try to survive. It's on. Like, I kind of really enjoyed that. Felt it feel real.
I had mixed feelings about it because, like, I really appreciate them. I mean, it's Call of Duty. It's a first-person shooter. You know, you want to be able to go, like, guns blazing. And I really appreciated the fact that, you know, you could do that, and then everything reacts around you based off of what you're doing. Like, I thought that was cool.
Yes.
But at the same time, like, if you're choosing to go stealth, like, if you do want to go that route, which I tried to do, I mean, I'm terrible at stealth games. So it's also a good thing it's in there for me. But I love it. Like I love at least trying, and it didn't be when you choose to go the stealth route. It doesn't feel punishing anymore to me, because I don't know, like maybe do a little something more, like reinforcements or something, like
It's
have more
stealth
reinforcements or something.
for a COD game. You're not
Yeah.
getting no Metal Gear Solid stealth action coming on
that's
here.
true.
But they did their best,
But it is,
and we have to appreciate that it was there.
Gen game.
It is a next gen game.
And how
It
many
is.
Call of Duties have been made? Like
Yikes.
Yeah. Like I don't want to cut this any slack because
we
like
can't. We love
it
games
should
too
be,
much.
and they are trying to be. I see the effort of them trying to implement new things now, which is a welcome sight and makes me hopeful.
Yes,
I did not hate this game by any means. I enjoyed playing this game.
I did too.
But like the AI for just compared to a game like The Forest, man, I know that's totally different, but when you
Yes.
have those staples out there for the AI,
That's an indie game as well.
yeah, I mean, one of the best indie games in my opinion. But like when you have those staples out there, granted it's different, just like, you don't compare certain graphics
Yes.
with certain types of games, but when you have those staples and then you come to a game that had so much money
Mhm.
at its whim, I
Yes.
mean, they throw however much money they want at this thing and then charge a $70 purchase price too. I expect nothing but the best,
Mm.
and they literally talked about how they wanted this game to be, different and new. And I did enjoy it, but the stealth and AI just did not hit for me.
The animations, though.
Before moving, I do want to point, just chip on. I say the stealth didn't hit for me, and it didn't because it didn't feel punishing.
Yeah.
Except for a few levels.
Oh yeah, but we'll talk about those.
Okay.
We'll get into those
Because when
those
they
are more package experiences.
That's true. That's
You
true.
know.
And they hit the mark on that.
They definitely do.
Even though I could still choose AI at times,
Yeah.
they still hit the mark on it for me.
But I'd have to do the animations.
It's insane.
Like I'm not trying
It's
to pull
so
you
good.
off, but dude,
No,
those
no.
animations, man, handmade reloads. They worked really hard on everything. You said the fabric moving, like literally everything was touched on, and it was wonderful.
It was so
It
cool.
was wonderful, dude.
I thought it was absolutely incredible.
Those reloads.
Like I didn't even notice it at first, which granted I wasn't using sidearms that much initially, but like you brought up the fact that when you pull out a sidearm quickly, you hold yours to the side.
Yeah,
and
he'll
pull that
hold it
pistol
out,
like,
and you still got
like,
it.
That's just those little things.
Little things,
are
man.
so like add so much to it.
important.
Like it makes you feel more there. It makes you feel more heavy.
Absolutely.
Like
I'm a
and
soldier.
like, your whole character feels more heavy, and I loved it. It feels
yeah.
like you're wearing that 100+ pound armor and
Yeah.
sack. Like
Yeah.
you ain't going fast.
No.
And that's real, and I loved it, and I felt there, and it felt so good.
Yeah. Very,
I enjoyed it.
very, very rough and tumble, kind of like aesthetic going on.
The guns, they looked good. They
The guns.
sounded good. They felt heavy. They felt powerful.
Gunplay was a 10 out of 10.
Dude, I did not use a single weapon that I felt like was trash, or like I was like, oh, this is like whatever. I would totally ignore this. Like everyone I grabbed felt good. It felt like a powerful weapon that I was holding. Like,
dude, I absolutely love those pistols. Each one was, dude, I love
like,
them all.
I don't even use a lot of pistols. In
No,
FPS
but I
games,
was
they
using
felt
them, man.
good.
I was using them, man. The sights look so good.
Yeah, they do.
The sights look so good, dude. Gunplay's perfect for me. It's great for a COD game. It brings a little bit more this time, I feel, especially with the sound design and everything.
Yeah, no, I mean that hit the mark for me.
Yeah, but real quick, their gun roster is pretty nice. It's
pretty
expansive too.
It's pretty extensive. Like, I mean, you see a lot of the classics. You see a lot of returning ones, but it felt good.
I know you were excited about the lever action. This dude.
Oh yeah, dude, I love that thing. Yeah, I mean, it reminds me of like a Marlin 3030.
Yeah,
like
it's great.
IRL, and like it feels good.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
And those bolt actions feel clean. Like it.
The smoke coming out of them.
Yeah,
dude, I could talk about their gunplay forever. Dude.
Well, I mean, and that's just part of those little details they added. I mean, it was incredible.
I'm gonna give gameplay out of 10, probably like a 9, for me. Like they really nailed it. It felt. I never was disappointed in gameplay throughout my whole 12-hour campaign. Not once.
12 hours.
About 12 hours, yeah.
It's like a 6.5 hour.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I guess I played on the.
I died a
played
lot.
on normal
I
difficulty.
died a
too,
lot,
though. I was
bro.
trying to run through that. That's true.
I died a
played
lot.
on normal difficulty.
I died a lot. I died a lot.
I bet you did because I died a good bit on normal.
Yeah.
So I can imagine. I do
They're
want to
accurate
replay
as
it on difficulty, but I don't know. I would. The stealth and AI just
Oh, it
like
pulls you down?
dude, it pulled me down so much. Like
Yeah.
I really want to go like 7.5.
Okay.
Because like everything was so good, and that's what made it feel a lot worse.
Mhm.
Is that I was so there, I was so in the moment because everything was so good and so clean, and everything felt good. And then on a stealth mission, he's like, "Don't move," and I can move 10 miles an hour on the ground when somebody's 2 steps away from me, and they don't ever see me. Like it completely pulled me out to the point where like it like genuinely upset me. I was like, oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll give it like a solid. That's really the only reason it's losing points for me right now is that, and so I'll give it like a solid 7.5.
All right. So a 9 for me and a 7.5 for you. Moving on.
So let's get into the real meaty stuff here.
Meaty.
Let's talk about the story and individual missions.
Yes. Let's run it off. The poster child of Modern Warfare 2,
Ghost.
Ghost. They elevated his performance.
I loved it. I love this character.
He is no longer just the cool guy that's always in the squad. He is very integral to the entire story.
Yeah, no, I mean they give him some depth. They give a lot of the characters some
Absolutely. I love what they did with Ghost. All the dialogue options. We didn't talk about that in gameplay, but they're there.
Yeah, that was a welcome choice.
Yes.
I mean, granted, I wouldn't expect it to.
No.
But it doesn't change any outcomes. It doesn't change the story. It's not, that kind of dialogue choices. But it's small things in game, and it's in some of the moments where, it might feel dull without it. And I think it really adds like a really nice level of immersion.
Absolutely. A nice fine coat
It adds
to
some real nice like character connection. You
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
more connected to the characters, and like I enjoyed it, all of it.
Yep.
Like especially the one mission where you're talking to Ghost, and the dialogue is fairly extensive. Like that's the most.
back and
I think that
forth.
was the most
Yeah,
dialogue in any of the missions, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You're referring to Alone, right?
Yes.
That was a wild mission, man.
Let's talk about that one because
Let's talk about that one off the rip.
that was one of the parts where I'm like, yeah, like the stealth did not hit for me. The AI, even on that, I could still cheese it at times, and it took me out of it. But at the same time, like on those missions, like that one right there, the stealth was also it. That was the only one that I was like, oh my god, but like it hit it.
Yeah,
And then
they built
added
it
survival craft. Dude,
Yeah,
it felt
dude.
like a survival horror game.
crafting.
Yes, it was
Way.
amazing.
I was not expecting crafting.
Bleach bombs, like what?
Crafting was a very smart choice, especially like introducing it in that level.
Yeah.
Like
And
that was
no
wild.
forewarning too, and Ghost is just like, welcome to guerrilla
Yeah,
warfare.
grab a
And I was like,
metallic
oh my
fan.
god! I was like, that's so cheesy, and I love it.
You
like, it's
rip
so
off a
good.
fan, grab the blade so you can open stuff.
All right, I will say, that was one of the things I just laughed at. Why would you just rip off one blade?
Hey man, come on.
But
Come
yeah,
on.
it was cool, man. It was awesome. I enjoyed
Great.
it. For a Call of Duty game to throw that in there, I was like, you did good.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
You did good.
They had fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was hard.
It was innovative. It was. Well, it was innovative for Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the whole that. Yeah, of course, survival horror. That thing, like, there's a million of those games, but to be in a Call of Duty game and thrown at you like that and
Yes.
thrown into that, like
It was
that is
followed
innovative.
by the twist. The big turn in the story. So it had a lot of weight behind that whole situation.
I mean, I definitely saw a twist coming, and I saw
Spoilers
the twist.
real quick.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
a
big spoiler
running
real
here. But like I saw the twist of like, they got the guns from Americans and all that. Like
Yeah.
I saw that, but I think they did it well. Like that character Graves, Philip Graves, he is a bit of a shallow character. Like I mean, this is Call of Duty. Like it is very cheesy still. It's not the most incredible writing on the world, but it hit for me. Like the
It's action.
cheesiness hit for me.
Yes. Philip Graves was definitely very shallow, but
It
I'd
was
say
solid.
he fit the role he was meant for.
Yeah, I
You know,
agree.
hard,
Even just
gruff.
the fact, like always had the dip in, you know,
Yeah.
super country. I
Let's
was
go
like-
home for dinner, boys.
Yeah.
How many times did he say that? Like 17 times. Dude?
Yeah, but like it was good.
No, it was
I
great.
enjoyed it.
Twist was good. All that
And
stuff.
I thought, like, I just want to bring out the cheese, some cheesy parts here, because like right after the twist, you know, you end up regrouping with Ghost and what was the other dude's name? Not Alejandro, but the guy you link up with to go save Alejandro.
Soap?
No,
Like-
it's Soap, Ghost, and this other guy.
Oh, Alejandro's guy.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. It starts with an R.
Okay. Whatever.
But
Whatever.
He was nice.
Whatever his name was, like you get to him, he's like, yeah, so all on your own, huh, Ghost? And Soap's like, most definitely. And then, and then Ghost is like, no, we're all a team now. And it's like,
They were there.
dramatic
The
moment.
cheese
And I was like,
there.
but I loved it. I was like, this is awesome.
It's a
it's like, this is amazing.
it's a on rails action shooter. You know, like it's gonna have that in there, but they did a great job. Let's bring up your favorite mission, the truck chase.
Yeah, that was hands down my favorite mission.
That was a very like I was not expecting that. You were
That was
expecting the
cool.
big set piece missions, but like
Yeah.
this one had a lot of freedom to it, which was weird.
Like, I
In
know
a
I
good
told
way.
you when I talked to you the same day I played that mission, like, I literally, because, again, you know, I was ready to just, I wanted to hate this game, kind of, you know? Like, I went in wanting to hate this game
Yeah.
so bad. And so, like, I put my controller down, like, in defiance, because I'm like, this is going to be just like what Cyberpunk did. Like, you don't even have to interact with it. It's just going to play out. And then I died. And I was like, I was like, okay. And I tested that out, like, twice, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Like, I'm here for it. Like, falling out the helicopter, you know, you're upside down and
down,
stuff.
dude.
Like, I was like, God, this is like genuinely disorienting. Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm for it.
Ah! Suka! Enemy missile locked!
Like, the mines, you know, like, the fact that I didn't even know. I got an achievement.
Those mines messed me up.
Dude, I got an achievement for reaching Captain Price in my first vehicle.
Yeah.
And I literally thought I wasn't going to be, I thought I was going to have to restart the mission because I got to the mine part and I was like, I can't keep my truck alive. And then the little hint pops up. It's like, remember
You
to
just
switch
jump to
vehicles.
another
and I was
vehicle.
like, oh my God.
It was like
this is
playing
sweet.
Just Cause in first person, dodging mines, hanging from helicopters. It was weird, dude.
And, well, there was a lot of good details in that one. Like, you lean out your truck.
Oh yeah, and the truck's
because-
like, oh yeah,
you can't turn it. You're
No.
slowing down slowly because your foot's not on the gas.
popping
Like,
shots.
so you're having to choose when you're gonna come out, line your truck up right, and even when you're jumping, you have to line it up right because there were many times where
Those jumps were gnarly.
Dude, yeah, I go to jump, and because I angled my truck, like they wreck, and then you hit the ground and you die.
You're dead.
And it was fun. I died a lot in that mission.
Yeah.
More than I'd like to admit.
But we were
it was
you,
so
you were
fun.
having fun the whole time.
Yeah.
Every
I got
time you got
infuriated
farther-
when obviously.
Yeah.
But I loved it.
yeah. Dude, you had a problem with the grenade launcher. You were telling me.
Yeah, I
That
felt
was funny.
I felt really dumb
That was
because
funny.
at some point in the mission, you jump back onto a truck where Captain Price is, you know, and these other vehicles come. He's like, grab the grenade launcher, and I'm like, okay. And I look because I see these guns mounted on the sides of the walls, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
And you got
Where's the grenade launcher?
LMG.
And he's like, so what are you doing?
So
Grab the launcher, and I'm like, I'm trying, homie. I'm trying. And then I look, and I see it, and it's on his backpack. And there was something about that to me that was just like,
of course, it would
that's,
be on his
yes, it was just like, yeah, because that's where that's where it is. Like,
That's
of course,
where-
it's back.
that's where you
And
put
then
a
have
rock.
to- you grab it off
Yeah.
of his pack, and
Yeah.
like that's so small, but it was like, it felt so clean because
Yes.
I'm like, yes, like you don't just be like, yes, walk over, but you grab it off of his pack, and like that was just another thing that just like, you know, puts you there,
Mhm.
makes you feel like you are playing soap.
Yeah.
Like you are sitting there with Price, and he's mowing people down, telling you to grab the grenade launcher. He doesn't stop firing, and
No.
it does a pickup
No,
icon or anything
no,
like that. He's
no.
like, grab the grenade launcher, and it's on his pack. Like,
Yeah.
I was just like, I
It
was
was
like, yeah, this is
nice.
my favorite mission. Like, this is clean, dude. Like, that's just another of those small details. It
I don't
was
know
so
if it
good.
was intended, but that was actually the first time I came across a grenade launcher. So it heightened my moment.
I think it was. I think it was for me as
You
well.
know, you turn around and you're popping shots at these vehicles coming at you, and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you know, I got the grenade launcher
Yeah,
now. Like,
it
what's
was
up,
cool,
dude?
man.
It was
It was
great.
cool.
It was wonderful.
Sure. Copy. I'm on it. Direct hit. Good round.
And there was a lot of time of the essence moments in that
Oh yeah, dude.
mission.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got to take out those grenade launcher guys
Gotta
and stuff.
take them
like,
out, dude. That mine
was
guy
cool.
messed me up more than I would like to
Yeah.
admit, dude.
Yeah, I will say, like, I mean, I died a lot to figure this out, but I did think it was kind of obvious, like, especially if you die more than like twice, like, it's scripted.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's still scripted, the mines and the cars and where the cars are gonna go. But I mean, they are meant to go try to run into you when the civilian cars blow up.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a cool thing too. Like, I mean, it hurt to see, but it's just like civilian, like, he's gonna pay for this.
Oh yeah, you
like,
felt some way, yeah.
you know, like, again, like, that's cliche and stuff, but like, it was still just like, yeah, like, screw this dude. Like,
Yeah.
we're getting this guy.
We're getting at
and
that
we're getting
mine.
our girl back. Like, it felt good.
Yeah.
Farrah.
She was a great
awesome.
character, by the way. We haven't talked about her, but
Yeah, she was
she
good.
was a wonderful
Why
character.
can't I think
Farrah was great.
Why can't I think of her name?
The female cast was pretty solid.
Yeah.
I mean, there wasn't a lot, but the
No.
ones that were there were very impactful
When she
to the
gets-
story.
Dude, when she gets kidnapped on the boat,
That was rough. I
Yeah.
was pissed.
like,
I
I
was
was
pissed.
sitting there trying to fire out the tunnel.
I could
to
not
get
hit
him.
any of
No,
those
I don't
shots,
think they would let. Maybe I just suck with the sniper.
No.
And I was just like, where are my call outs now, man? Like,
Yeah, dude,
give me the 2-notch call out.
No, didn't get none. My shots were always like a foot off.
Right, I know. Like, yeah, like that one, I was there. Like, I felt there, you know, like, I genuinely was like, no, like, she can't. Like,
Yeah.
no. And I knew it was going to happen, of course, but even
Mhm.
though, like, they gave me that suspension of disbelief.
Also,
Yeah.
that moment had no cutscene whatsoever. You were experiencing that real time.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was really
That was
nice.
cool. Like,
Mhm.
I didn't expect that from a Call of Duty.
Yeah, no, dude,
You know?
they did great here.
They really did.
I want to bring up on Pretty Wild Missions, the cartel mission.
That was
It's
awesome.
probably one of my favorites.
That was awesome.
Dude, running through the mountain away from the Mexican cartel
Yeah.
slash army, because the
Yeah,
army's
right.
in there too.
Right.
Dude, it felt like Lone Survivor, the Mark Wahlberg movie. It was wonderful. Falling down the mountain, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, going through the mountain. Like, that's actually where I experienced my first crash, and I'm pretty sure it's just because my graphics card wanted to melt at that point when we got to the mountain.
That was a very pretty level, yes.
But yeah, it
Um,
was stunning. And then, yeah, it felt
It got
so
it got a
good.
little crazy though.
That was the first time I picked up a light machine gun.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, and wow,
Yeah,
they
dude.
felt good.
Yeah, they do.
And then they're horrible if you don't have them stationed on something.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
because they're so powerful. They feel powerful, but then you fucking lay it on a rock
Mm.
and it's deadly. Like,
Get that bipod out,
murders.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that I still don't know how I feel about the river thing.
Yeah,
The river
I'm-
thing in that mission was
Yeah,
was
I had to
something
actually
else.
point this out to him because I mean, obviously, I guess I just thought about it, but I thought it was awesome because you're fighting against the current, you know, like you're sitting there aiming through, you're fighting, swimming down river,
Mhm.
or so you think you're swimming down river. Because,
There you go.
like, Alejandro's like, keep going up the river.
Yeah.
And then, so it made me realize the water's going one way and you're swimming up the river, but the current is pushing you upriver.
Yeah,
Not
the
down
wrong
river.
way.
And you speed up when you swim upriver. And that's such a small little mistake,
Little goofy thing.
but it was so funny to me.
It was funny,
That,
dude.
that killed me. I
It was
wasn't
cool
mad.
to,
I wasn't upset. But I
yeah.
just thought that was so funny. I had to point it out to you.
It was cool to pop shots and then swim down to another rock
Yeah,
and then
it was
pop
cool.
shots. Yeah, it was really nice. But
I remember that one time too. What do you? I think that was in Alone too. You're in like
that
almost
water,
like a subway
that
or something.
flooded, that
Yeah,
flooded,
dude.
like
Swimming around like a shark,
yeah,
assassinating.
dude, why were
dudes,
you
like-
so fast swimming?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're
Dude,
right on that.
Dude, why? Dude, like literally,
Yeah.
dude turns into like a Harry Potter. Just took
Like
the
Shark Boy rolled up
Shark
in here,
Boy,
man. Like,
Lava Girl. I don't know what I'm saying. But you were wait, dude. What am I playing? Doom underwater,
yeah,
dude.
no, you're right on that. That was funny.
It was fun though.
But yeah, it was cool. Like, it was cool. Like, I think overall, like, the story and the missions, like, you know, you have your cliche missions that you expect.
Absolutely.
You know, you have your plane mission where you're controlling the, like,
The AC
whatever you
130
call
one.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was.
And you
Yeah.
have your ghillie suit mission.
Yep.
That was my least favorite mission because the stealth just did not hit for me, man. Although I loved it. Like,
It had the
I
freedom
wanted to
though.
love it,
It
too.
had the freedom though.
And like, dude, it was clean when you set up, you know, and he's doing your call outs and you're running around. Like, I loved it. But
That
then,
map
you
was
know,
huge, by the way.
huge.
That map was very
Huge.
big.
But it's still like, it broke me out of it too much with the stealth, you know, and then
Mhm.
then just not feeling like there was any repercussions
Mm-hmm.
because it didn't really get harder when you got caught. You know, I think I'd be more satisfied if when you got caught, it got like legitimately harder. Like something more changed other than them just running into buildings, which in a sense makes it harder. But
once you get to the lighthouse in that mission, you had to clear those 3 houses
Yeah.
before. I actually got caught, and I eliminated everybody in the houses and whatever.
Mhm.
And the only repercussion I got was an alarm going off.
yeah, and that alarm did
And,
nothing.
and they're sitting there telling me that this is a hideout guarding
Right.
missiles.
And they're
they
telling
only-
you like be quick because we
Yeah.
can't afford reinforcements coming and stuff. And I'm like, now there's this insanely loud alarm blaring
and
off,
that's all I got.
and they're
that's all
not
I got.
radioing this in for
So,
more reinforcement. I was
yeah.
like, it's like okay.
Yeah, I was expecting like a GTA 5-star.
Like I respect the decision, and I don't think it was a bad move. I think more people are gonna love it a lot more
Mhm.
than I do.
Yeah.
The fact that you have those 2 routes and you can just go in guns blazing.
Mm-hmm.
But just from my personal taste, even though I'm not great at stealth games, I wanted to be a little more punished for when I messed up.
I feel you.
Because I did want to go those stealth routes.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of felt bad when I just failed, and then it didn't really matter.
They excited you by giving you the stealth option, and then they
Yeah.
disappointed you right after.
Yeah.
So,
But
all
I
right.
mean, it still felt clean. Like posting up with Price, him doing the call outs.
That was
2
great, dude.
notches,
Price, you
like-
can't have the story without Price.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
I'm not.
like,
I mean, that one is mostly nostalgia. I feel like
Oh,
because like I
100%,
cannot tell
dude.
you as a kid, especially because taking mine, I'm 23. Didn't have online gaming until I was 16
Yeah.
or almost 17, just because I lived in the country. And but I had Modern Warfare, the OG.
you had
and
Price.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can't I couldn't do that to the same level
So-
now. But as a kid, I replayed that campaign so many times,
It was a
and
good
that
one, man.
individual mission I replayed countless
Mhm,
times.
mhm.
Like, so that nostalgia, that hit there for me hard.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, you got me. Like, you got me on that nostalgia.
Yep,
Like, it was
I
good.
agree. I definitely agree. I want to bring up the ending real quick, so quick spoilers on that.
Yeah.
The final mission, dude, in my opinion, really isn't that.
It felt mid.
It was very
It
mid.
felt, especially because, like, you have some such high highlights,
Yeah.
and that lead up, and you go from those alone missions with, like, these new mechanics that you've never seen in a Call of Duty game, and
Mhm.
you're just, like, in it, and you feel there. And then it's like, boom, you're in Chicago, you're
Yeah,
on a building,
let's get
missiles
back.
going off, like,
yeah,
boom,
straight
boom.
back
like,
to it.
it was cool.
Old school.
I
It
will say it was
was.
really cool, like, rappelling down and being upside down, or
Oh, yeah.
taking the L and going up
Mhm.
and stuff. Like, I think that was awesome.
It was clean.
But, like, yeah, it just didn't hit.
I'm definitely gonna bring up. You finally get what was his name? Hassan. He's in the back room. You light up the room, and then somehow he just runs out.
Yeah.
Gets on an elevator with. Well, Price got shot, right?
Yeah.
But like, you telling me, of all of our special squad that we have formed, nobody hit that guy? As he just walks to an elevator with the bomb case, then you got to chase him down, and that leads to probably my least favorite section of the entire game. I very much despise, like, I'm being very neutral here. I love Call of Duty. I like Ghost. I like everything about it. But I absolutely cannot stand this section, dude. Like, I think it was very goofy. You had
Yeah.
to hide from those armored goons.
Which you had a much tougher experience.
Dude,
than I did. That
Dude,
stuff was
they
pretty
were
easy.
coming in the rooms I was hiding in. They were not. I could not break away from them or break sight from them. They would just chase me. Like, I died at least 20 plus times there.
See, like, I got to that one office room that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And I guess I outflanked them enough
You
because I
just sat
literally
in there.
sat there until I think it was the last thing you did to disable the missile, and it makes a noise.
Yeah, yeah.
And before I did that, I just put 2 like bombs on each door. So they blew up the first bomb, and they're like, okay, screw that one. And then went to the other door, and I just ran out the other door. And, then I had to, abuse the kind of terrible stealth AI and go make some stuff to kill him.
Dude, and finally, you do everything. You stop the bomb. The whole game's coming to a point. It's coming to an end. Hassan grabs soap. And you're telling me the very last thing I get to do in Call of Duty is just look through windows and find the guy and lay him down? Like,
And what does it mean find him? You're staring at him when you start as him.
I must have moved or something because
Okay.
I couldn't find him for a minute.
Are
I
you
was
serious?
still looking
Okay,
through
dude,
each
because,
window,
like,
dude.
That because
I
And
was
maybe
looking
a
through
lot of people are
windows.
gonna love that because it's like y'all are a team and he just saved you. He finished it. Ghost ended it.
Of course, it would be Ghost.
Like
I'm
he
glad it was
put that
Ghost.
final bullet. And like I get how good that's supposed to feel. Like I see what they were trying to do there, but for me,
It just came to an end too quickly.
yeah, no, it was just like I was like, okay, like you want to talk about spoilers though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Name drop
Makarov, baby.
in cutscene.
Big spoiler right there. That was
curious.
wonderful.
I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with that.
Yep.
Waiting on the story.
I'm going to have to give it a 7.9. That's my final decision.
I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I mean, almost the same. But
Yeah.
I just because to me it had a lot of really good moments,
It does.
and they tried to do a good bit,
Mhm.
and they added some new things.
They did, definitely.
No like industry changing mechanics or anything, but new for a Call of Duty, which is pretty rare.
It is very rare.
It makes me think, when they go on a hiatus, maybe they will come with something insane.
Mhm.
I hope that's the case. So, all in all, do you think it was innovative?
I do. I think there were certain things that they did that definitely innovative Call of Duty. Innovative games, like set the bar for other games, maybe not. But for this game, which we are reviewing, I'd say they innovated a couple things.
Did it feel like a next-gen game?
Yes. In my opinion, I think it did.
I agree.
I think it's worth $70. Especially with multiplayer. We're not going to get into that this video.
Still, yeah, we'll get into the money side and stuff in the multiplayer.
But
that one, you're going to see me a little more angry.
But $70 for this game and infinite access to multiplayer for as long as you want, I think it's worth $70. But innovation.
I'm still angry about the $70 price tag.
Yeah.
I can't totally accept it.
Well, they're coming out. They're more expensive now.
I know.
AAA, baby.
I know.
AAA. But we should get more in return. And I feel like they tried their best. They weren't milking us.
And I will say, this is kind of I'll save that for multiplayer.
Okay.
I'll save that for multiplayer. But I don't think you can justify the $70 price point because you want to talk about inflation and stuff, and I'm like, that's us paying more for a chicken and gas. Like when you want to talk about inflation, it doesn't apply to these companies when they make the amount of profit that they make, especially when they're about to wreck this game with microtransactions and it's coming.
It is coming.
That beautiful character you love so much. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that.
That's a whole nother video.
But I can't justify the $70 price.
Okay.
But I do think this game is worth buying.
It is innovative.
I think they added some really amazing things. And
more freedom.
Yeah, way more freedom.
On almost every mission. That's innovative right there. The survival horror.
That aspect of it, it felt good. I was in it.
Nobody was expecting survival horror mission in Call of Duty.
No, I was not. And it was a welcome surprise. Because, I stayed away from any spoilers.
Me too.
I didn't watch any reviews. We both pre-ordered it, so we got to play it early.
Yes.
I didn't read any articles.
That was also very nice.
That was cool. That was a cool pre-order bonus.
Yes.
I like that.
You got to, and it puts you more in the mood for multiplayer. Whole other video.
Well, yeah.
Crafting.
Sure. Yeah, that was sick.
Crafting was very innovative for a Call of Duty game.
Survival horror, and it felt good. It was right on the money. I loved it.
Yes, and
dialogue options. Yeah, like that was awesome.
That was wonderful.
It
added just enough. I feel like a Call of Duty didn't need to explore more than that.
No, I wouldn't expect more.
There's special ops.
I'm not playing Deus Ex. I'm playing Call of Duty.
We're playing Call of Duty.
But it was really welcome. It added a nice little... Our final scores, we both took what we rated each of our categories, and we got the average. And mine is pretty spot on to what I wanted to give it. So I'm going to stick with just mine. And mine is, I'm going to give it an 8.1. I thought it was a pretty solid campaign.
Okay. I did the same thing. I ended up with an 8.3. I'm pretty confident with that one. We didn't come at this any biased. They did what they could.
No, in fact, I wanted to rip this game to shreds.
Yep, I agree.
Which, stay tuned for the multiplayer.
But yeah, with that, we're out of here.
Yeah, we just want to, if you watch this video, we want to thank you. If you gave us a like and subscribe and you enjoyed it, I want to thank you even more. I really hope you guys enjoy what we put out because we're not stopping. We're gonna give you guys a lot of
We're
content.
grinding forever,
But
baby.
I hope you all have fun. Go out, play the game yourself,
Mhm.
because today was a great fucking day for gaming.